Hey everyone, today we're here to present you a comprehensive counterplay guide to Heart Aino. This guide is designed to help you recognize scenarios and options you can utilize to make Heart more comfortable to fight against. Starting off, we will take a look at Heart Aino herself. She is a rushdown character who excels in mobility. Her main mechanic and specialty lies in her homing, an air mobility option that allows her to track the opponent at an adjustable pace and direction. Outside of homing, she also has multiple armored moves in her kit that could lead to some very damaging punishes on a read. With both her mechanical tools and the ability to vary her style to each player, she has a very solid matchup spread and a seemingly infinite skill ceiling. She also has the buff of angering her opponents on the character select screen. With homing being a centralizing part of her kit and one of the strongest tools in the game, this section will be the core primer to getting acquainted with it. The input is JC, and if you hold a direction while inputting JC, Heart will do a hop in that direction before homing. Whilst homing, you can perform her air normals and specials, steer, and even block. We will be dividing the homing breakdown into 3 different parts, being back homing, neutral homing, and homing cancels. Back homing is her main defensive tool and can be input by holding 7, 4, or 1 when pressing JC. It also has invincibility on frame 1, allowing her to completely dodge situations at the right timing. A perfectly timed back homing can come out as fast as 5 frames, making it a valuable response to telegraphed attacks. Since she lacks head invincibility on her entire kit, back homing is also her anti-air. When using back homing as an offensive tool, it's adept at throw baiting, punishing laggy and or high commitment moves, same side cross-ups, and even more. While she can steer during homing, you cannot cross up with steering on any version of directional homing. If a Heart has a read on your offensive habits, you will see them use back homing to turn a disadvantageous situation into an advantageous one instead. The best way to deny her using homing is to meaty her. A meaty is a button or move hitting the opponent just after their wake-up recovery. Since the back homing is invincible once she's in the air, meaties will not allow her to jump, and if they try to, you will hit them as you cannot block in your pre-jump frames. If you find yourself in a situation where she is airborne and you want to deal with back homing, you can call an assist or use an active air unblockable move to interact with it. If she blocks the assist, you can run your offense, and if you hit her, you typically get a knockdown. When choosing the latter, be mindful that she can land early and or during the invincibility and block grounded, so try to only use it once you get a feel for their habits. Neutral homing is extremely good to use in neutral. This version of homing is input with JC alone, and thus she trades her pre-homing motion for speed control and fluid directional influence. Speed is input by holding 4 and 6 respectively. Sometimes Heart may get hit when doing fast homing and being presented with an unforeseen attack. She can adjust her height in the homing with 8 and 2. In all homings, she can hold 2 to land early and bait out options. Only in neutral homing can she cross up the opponent. This is commonly done when holding 9. In a plethora of cross-up situations, anti-airs will whiff and you'll be open for counterattacks, so be careful. A solid way to combat neutral homing is to use an assist and try to take space or force Heart into a sandwich situation. Your movement and positioning will affect how directional influence applies. If you notice that they opt for specific homings, you can alter their speed by running under them and forcing them to overshoot, slow down, or completely mess up their timing, thus forcing a scramble. Lastly, homing cancels are a unique property that Heart can access by spinning a bar to cancel any normal or special she does. During a homing cancel, she will glow blue and lose the ability to block. After moves like 236B or 214C, homing cancel is a great approach tool to continue pressure. She can also cancel mid-homing to try and readjust if she does not like the current homing situation. Keeping an eye on when they use homing and homing cancel is pivotal to having the match go in your favor. If you're good at responding to this, it will limit their escape and approach options. Homing cancel into back homing retains the invulnerability, so be careful not to autopilot your responses. Covering yourself with an assist if possible, and being ready to respond with your character are great ways to handle both homing and homing cancels. Heart has plenty of strengths. Homing allows her to navigate through neutral, continue safe pressure, and grants great solo mix-ups off almost any hit. This gives her both layered offense and strong defensive options. Also, a majority of the cast has trouble dealing with homing, especially solo. She is capable of being a strong solo character as well. Her 5 AA vacuums is jump cancelable and can be cancelled into throw. This allows you to adapt to defensive habits and punish. She can snowball the game off of one clean hit and smother the opponent from there. She also has strong resonance damage as well. In a team setting, she's obnoxious to deal with due to her being able to call assists to cover homing and skip neutral, while being able to convert off of her assists on hit, or create easy sandwiches due to mobility. She's allowed to set the pace of the match on a win. Heart has her share of weaknesses too. Her assist value is somewhat niche but workable. 4P, while having fast startup, suffers in range. 5P is a standard advancing assist with plenty of hit stun.
Leave something.
6P is a screen clear assist that helps with zoning, but can be awkward for conversions at times. Not all teams will be able to properly utilize her assist kit, so they opt to have her as a frontrunner instead. Her grounded presence is lacking due to stubby normals. She also lacks head invincibility in her kit, thus needing to rely on back homing and DP to anti-air. This streamlines her game plan to dodge threats and maneuver around to start her pressure. Assist that can cover homing and allow a safe approach is crucial to her neutral. So if you can countercall the assist easily, you limit her approach options. Also, to convert off stray hits, she typically needs fast reactions and meter. So if you keep your eye on the assists and her resources, your life will be a lot easier fighting. While her matchup spread is solid, it does not save her from having polarizing matchups. The commonplace ones are the Triforce of Rachel, Yosuke, and Nine. They all capitalize on various things that Heart struggles against. Rachel with screen pollution, Yosuke with fast defensive options featuring a 5-frame super and invincibility on Moonsault, and 9 with both large buttons and screen pollution. Non-committal active moves, meaties, and getting locked down severely hinders Heart in what she wants to do. With 4 frames of jump startup, she has to take a risk every time she wants to do back homing, and if your Oki is solid, you only need to hit her once before she needs to use meter defensively to escape. This will then limit her resources for converting and so on. Teams that allow DP plus assist can be ignorant to some capacity when fighting her as well. With her only defensive options being DP, backhoming, and super, safe jumps will force her to choose to use her resources with push block or hold the pressure, and if you layer your offense, it will make her life miserable. Preferred zones are a bit straightforward to note when fighting Heart. She excels in both full screen and close range. Full screen mainly includes homing plus assist or zoning, while close range mainly includes fast buttons and mix-ups. She's the weakest at mid-range, however. In mid-range, she's out of range of her fast normals, and 5B is an extremely committal option. She can 236B plus assist, but outside of these, she doesn't have nearly as many options compared to full screen or close range. You'd want to be mindful of what Heart likes to do in each range. If she opts for homing plus assist, try to look for what space the team covers and avoid it. If she likes to try and force her way in, try to keep her at mid-range and harass her. Countercalling assists, keeping her from bullying her way in with 236B plus assist, and using an assist like 4P to cover you when she homes in, are great examples of dealing with her at all ranges. Be mindful though, that she can punish at every range and begin her offense if you are not careful. With both homing and jump cancels, push blocking Heart can be quite a delicate process. Generally, you'd want to push block her when she's in the startup of a move, thus locking out her cancel properties, or after specific moves where her options are limited. When you push block her, you'd primarily want to cover space with an assist if you can, limiting what she can do near immediately. Notable moves to push block are on 5BB. She can only cancel into airborne options at this point, and will need to take a risk to get her turn back with a homing cancel. Next is JB without an assist. This will give you some time to reset to neutral and create space. Sometimes she can double overhead, JB, into J236B or C, and it may clip your character depending on spacing and hurt box size. If you can, JA is also a great push block point, but is dangerous due to the fast startup, and if you mistime it, you can easily DP after they land. With her ability to use homing in the air if you push block a jump cancelable move, she can easily jump cancel into homing, get back in your face, and reset the situation. Also, if you push block her on her A series moves, you risk throw reject miss, and the chance that they have a read on you. On grounded hits, she can also go into 236B or C with an assist and force her way back in. My favorite and most notable approach in neutral is homing plus assist. This is the easiest way to get in, and allows simple conversions on hit depending on the assist. Her grounded approach is streamlined into 236B plus assist, again netting simple conversions on hit, and being plus in their face on block. Outside of assist-based neutral, performing a homing cancel on her laser is a 2-bar safe jump and screen clear. Her main goal is to skip the neutral game at any cost and then run her mix-ups. To combat this, you want to force her to deal with your assists and stay fluid, adapting to their playstyle. Since most of the ways to skip neutral are assist dependent, keeping their assists in check is also a good idea. Something like Adachi Azio or Season 6P can easily get rid of an assist call, while 9 4A or S4P can easily control the air with large and active hitboxes. If you use these tools in conjunction, you can cover multiple options at once. For example, Adachi Azio plus S4P is a great way to make a wall and stall Heart. Bursting on Heart is a tricky process. Her 5B and 2B can be charged to armor and eat the burst hit, leading to a very high damaging punish. You'd want to burst in her pre-cancel window so she cannot punish, much like when you push block her. Notably, never burst on 5B, as they will have an easy time reacting and punishing with a charge 2B. If you want to burst, look for 5BB. The burst also needs to be done in the late frames, or she can DP cancel and get a counter hit combo. Bursting air hits can be dangerous if she has meter, because she can back home and cancel the hit and punish the burst. If you need to burst to save a character, try to at least do it on an air hit and avoid doing it on 5B at all costs. On to the notes. Parry DPs make her guess on offense a lot. For the JAA Oki, in most cases, block high and fuzzy jump to dodge the low. She can cross raid off of any point in the combo, so be mindful of your health when taking a combo. Outside of her charge normals, her damage is notably low, so you have room to take a couple of hits. If she charges her armor and it armors a projectile, she will reflect one ball per hit of the projectile.
Let's clean this up. You're irritating me. Hurt me.
While she can block during homing, air unblockables are still unblockable. Do not be afraid to air heart. Making her block opens up the room to pressure further. She has an oddly fast DP recovery screen, nearly recovering as soon as she hits the ground. She has access.
Nice try. Nice try. Gotcha.
She has access to an instant overhead with Tiger Knee J236 B, C, or A, so be mindful of grounded pressure. All in all, Heart is a well-grounded character that requires specific knowledge to counteract. Most of her damage comes from punishing bad decisions, so if you're prepared, it hinders her explosiveness greatly. Also, since Heart is open-ended, you need to be prepared to deal with each of them differently. Stick to the basics and adapt to what they do on the fly. Special thanks to Wakando, Sploogie McNoodle, Sonicoon, and Seth Mitchie for helping compile all this data. If you have any further questions, we can discuss in the Heart Aino channel in the BBTAG Discord. Links in the description. Good luck, and I hope you find an easier time fighting Heart.